Somewhere over the rainbow, way up high, there's a land that I've heard of once.
Hey Vegas, I'm back. Simply Rose. Welcome back to the Diva and the Astronaut. And I'm sure that you will be very, very excited to hear the rest of my story. From 1967 to 1970, I studied, I performed, I barely slept. My entire days were consumed with achieving my dream. But I did find time for falling in love for the first time. He was of Italian descent, and his name was Robert Senerchia, Bobby. He was 18 years older than me and had already established himself as a successful oral surgeon. What impressed me, besides his rugged good looks, was that he was also a wonderful pianist. As a matter of fact, his grandfather had a conservatory in Naples, Italy, and his father was an amazing pianist who played for Tommy Dorsey and Frank Sinatra. We married in August of 1970, and I continued my musical studies at Juilliard. Through the years, from 1970 to 1974, I sang with many New York and New Jersey opera companies. My breakthrough role came through in New York City when I debuted as Musetta in the opera La Bohème. This was at Lincoln Center with over 2,000 people in attendance. I could have stayed in New York forever, but a performer has to go on where she can. And in the spring of 1975, I had an offer to sing with the Orlando Opera Company, now called the Florida Opera. With Bobby wanting me to do whatever I needed to do to advance my career, he gave up his surgical whites and he put on an apron. Yes, we were proud owners of a Dunkin' Donuts. And my career gave our business some special publicity, as when the Orlando Sentinel ran a full-page interview with me with the headline, "Opera Roll or Jelly Roll, Rose can fill the bill." And I could do even more than that. Within a year, I gave birth to a baby, a beautiful daughter, Tony Ann. I guess you could say I was a triple threat. Between my performances and the opera, running a Dunkin' Donuts, and having a new baby, our lives were very, very busy, to say the least. In less than 2 years, Bobby and I had made the Dunkin' Donuts the #1 Dunkin' Donuts in the United States, as we were 1 mile from Disney World. Living in Orlando, we were only 40 miles from Cape Canaveral. We could see all the rockets and we could feel the rumble of the shuttle when it took off from the Cape. I couldn't believe that I was living so close to my love of space exploration. In the fall of 1982, about the time the very first shuttles were going up, it became time to leave Florida when I was offered a contract with the Houston Grand Opera in Houston, Texas. Houston was booming at the time and was one of the fastest growing cities in the country. We actually had received an offer from some very dear friends who had 2 sons who had just completed their training in Alfredo's in Italy. Now, they approached us. They didn't have the money to open a restaurant, but we did. Well, the next thing was We were on our way to opening our restaurant in Houston called Alfredo's. A realtor in Houston told us of a great area to build our Alfredo's called Clear Lake, only 1 mile from the NASA space station. The exact location was, wait for it, NASA Road 1. It was also exciting. We had this great new restaurant called Alfredo's, and it was also the time that I discovered my big dramatic voice as a soprano. My signature role became Salome, the biblical story of John the Baptist, who gets his cut off on a silver platter, and I do it for him. So it became my signature role. Now, if you like blood, dismemberment, sex, murder, incest, and insanity, Salome is the opera for you.
Somewhere over the rainbow, way up high.
Hey Vegas! Celebrate every day in style at the Composer's Room. From live music to comedy shows, we've got entertainment that'll give you that Las Vegas vibe. Our tavern serves the best drinks in Vegas. Whether you're a cocktail connoisseur or a beer buff, our bartenders got you covered. And let's not forget about the food. Our culinary delights are sure to tantalize your taste buds. Come for the entertainment and stay for the food. Reserve your visit to the Composer's Room today and start celebrating Las Vegas our way.
Looking for a night out that's pure Vegas? Welcome to Jimmy Kimmel's Comedy Club, voted best comedy club in Las Vegas. Located at the Link Promenade, just steps from the High Roller, it's your ticket to big laughs from top comics handpicked by Jimmy Kimmel himself. No two shows are alike. Every night's a headliner, and every seat's a great one. Get your laughs at the best. Jimmy Kimmel's Comedy Club, only in Vegas, only at the Link.
Hey Vegas! Celebrate every day in style at the Composer's Room. From live music to comedy shows, we've got entertainment that'll give you that Las Vegas vibe. Our tavern serves the best drinks in Vegas. Whether you're a cocktail connoisseur or a beer buff, our bartenders got you covered. And let's not forget about the food. Our culinary delights are sure to tantalize your taste buds. Come for the entertainment and stay for the food. Reserve your visit to the Composer's Room today and start celebrating Las Vegas our way.
during the days when I wasn't in rehearsal at the Houston Grand Opera or getting a vocal coaching, I was helping Bobby with opening the restaurant. Now, we imported chandeliers from Italy. We had china from Italy. We had works of arts from Italy. Now, vendors would come in every day and urge us to buy their cheese, their wine, their bread, their veal. Anything and everything we could buy, they were offering. Well, one day, a nice man approached us, and his name was Rene. And he came in, he saw me, and he gave me his card. And he said, I'm from Coors Beer. And I would love to put Coors Beer on tap for your restaurant. Well, I told him very nicely, I'm sorry, but we already have another beer lined up to be on tap. And he said, well, take my card, and if something changes, give me a call. Well, he turned to leave, then he turned back to me and said, by the way, someone famous owns our Coors distributorship here in Houston. And I went, okay, and who might that be? His name is Alan Shepard. Wow. I felt my knees wobble and my hands shake. Really? I said, really? Do you really get to see him? Oh, Renee said, sure, when he's not doing a speaking engagement or he's not playing in a golf tournament. And I said, oh my gosh. I said, he's been my idol for so many years. And Renee just kind of gave me that cute little smile. Well, little did I know that Renee went back and told Alan Shepard that this ditzy blonde went into convulsions when she heard his name. So what happens? The next afternoon, a white Corvette pulled up to Alfredo's. Now, of course, as it had to happen, I had to go pick up my daughter from school. She was 6 years old. And that day, not only did I pick her up, but we had to go to the mall. Now, going to the mall absolutely always gets me in trouble, especially this day. So, Alan had obviously driven over to check me out, but I'm not there. So Alan meets Bobby, who is busy dealing with carpenters, electricians, plumbers, getting all their jobs done. But seeing that Bobby looked in charge, Alan went up to him and asked, is Rose here? Well, I had told Bobby that the duck man was coming to put ducks all over our kitchen and that please don't let him go. So Bobby walks up to Alan and says, I know who you are. And Alan goes, you do? And he said, you're the duck man. Alan laughed. He said, no, I'm not the duck man, but I'm Alan Shepard. And of course, Bobby said, oh my gosh, of course you're Alan Shepard. Everybody came down from their ladders and they greeted him. So when I returned 2 hours later, Bobby came up to me and said, someone was here to see you. And I gave him a look and he gave me the card. I said, I missed him. And Bobby went, mm-hmm. I said, well, is he coming back? He said, well, I don't know. I was devastated. 2 days later, though, the phone rang. And it was a lovely lady by the name of Sally, who was Alan Shepard's secretary. And she said, you know, I'm looking for Rose. I said, this is she. And she said, well, Admiral Shepard would like to come by and see you tomorrow at 11 a.m. Would that be a possibility? Well, nothing short of a hurricane or an oil rig blowing up would keep me from being there. I was I was ecstatic, and I did not sleep that night. Can you imagine what I had to think about wearing the next day? Well, the next day arrived. A white Corvette pulled up again. My heart began to race. I was sweating just thinking about it, and now I still get palpitations thinking about it. I watched my hero get out of his car, walk up the steps to Alfredo's. I was shaking. Of course, Bobby was oblivious to all of this, and when Alan opened the door, Bobby was right there to greet him. There he was, in his flesh, my hero. I walked forward and said, "Hi, I'm Rose. So honored to meet you." He reached for my hand, and it was a handshake that wouldn't end, like a hand in a glove. I don't quite remember the conversation, except for trying not to be too tongue-tied. He stayed for 30 minutes, and when he left, he hugged me, and he said he would be in touch. Quite an understatement.
Somewhere over the rainbow, way up high.
Hey Vegas! Celebrate every day in style at the Composer's Room. From live music to comedy shows, we've got entertainment that'll give you that Las Vegas vibe. Our tavern serves the best drinks in Vegas. Whether you're a cocktail connoisseur or a beer buff, our bartenders got you covered. And let's not forget about the food. Our culinary delights are sure to tantalize your taste buds. Come for the entertainment and stay for the food. Reserve your visit to the Composer's Room today and start celebrating Las Vegas our way.
Looking for a night out that's pure Vegas? Welcome to Jimmy Kimmel's Comedy Club, voted best comedy club in Las Vegas. Located at the Link Promenade, just steps from the High Roller, it's your ticket to big laughs from top comics handpicked by Jimmy Kimmel himself. No two shows are alike. Every night's a headliner, and every seat's a great one. Get your laughs at the best. Jimmy Kimmel's Comedy Club, only in Vegas, only at the Link.
Hey Vegas! Celebrate every day in style at the Composer's Room. From live music to comedy shows, we've got entertainment that'll give you that Las Vegas vibe. Our tavern serves the best drinks in Vegas. Whether you're a cocktail connoisseur or a beer buff, our bartenders got you covered. And let's not forget about the food. Our culinary delights are sure to tantalize your taste buds. Come for the entertainment and stay for the food. Reserve your visit to the Composer's Room today and start celebrating Las Vegas our way.
That old black magic has me in its spell. That old black magic that you weave so well. I see fingers up and down my spine. Same old witchcraft when your eyes meet mine. Same old tingle that feel inside. Then that elevator starts its ride. Down and down I go, round and round I go, like a leaf caught in a tide.
Well, needless to say, Coors beer was now going to be on tap in our restaurant, Alfredo's. About a week later, Renee called and asked if Bobby and I would like to go out to lunch with him. Bobby was too busy, but he said to me, "You go." Renee picked me up, and we went to a wonderful Tex-Mex restaurant. It was phenomenal. Somewhere during lunch, Renee said, I need to make a phone call. Made the phone call, came back, and he said, you know, I have to make a quick stop back at the Coors distributorship. Do you mind coming with me? Well, somewhere along the line, I believe that was a phone call pre-planned. Because as we drove up to the Coors distributorship, who was standing there but the man himself? As we walked in, there was an entourage of people greeting me as well. Well, all of a sudden, magically, poof, everybody was gone except Mr. Shepherd. He put his arm around me and escorted me into his own private office. I tried to act like a diva and keep my composure, but with him sitting behind his desk, looking across to me with his beautiful, piercing blue eyes, I felt like he was looking through me. Somehow, I got enough nerve to ask him about flight to the moon and all his great adventures. But he kept leaning forward and whispered to me, let's talk about you. And by the way, you know you're a very beautiful woman. Well, I just about lost that. Here was my hero flirting with me. But what I did do was stood up, looked at my watch and said, oh my gosh, I'm late. I gotta go pick up my daughter, forgetting that Renee picked me up. As I extended my hand to say goodbye, he pulled me towards him, giving me a hug and a kiss on the cheek. He was a real gentleman. As he walked me out of his office, Renee reappeared, and I told him that I needed to get back and pick up my daughter real soon. Now, I thought, wow, was this a dream, or was this all planned? At this point, I was too enamored with the fairy tale nature of what had just happened. For the rest of the day, I floated on air better than any astronaut could ever have done.
Over the rainbow, way up high.
Hey Vegas! Celebrate every day in style at the Composer's Room. From live music to comedy shows, we've got entertainment that'll give you that Las Vegas vibe. Our tavern serves the best drinks in Vegas. Whether you're a cocktail connoisseur or a beer buff, our bartenders got you covered. And let's not forget about the food. Our culinary delights are sure to tantalize your taste buds. Come for the entertainment and stay for the food. Reserve your visit to the Composer's Room today and start celebrating Las Vegas our way.
Looking for a night out that's pure Vegas? Welcome to Jimmy Kimmel's Comedy Club, voted best comedy club in Las Vegas. Located at the Link Promenade, just steps from the High Roller, it's your ticket to big laughs from top comics handpicked by Jimmy Kimmel himself. No two shows are alike. Every night's a headliner, and every seat's a great one. Get your laughs at the best. Jimmy Kimmel's Comedy Club, only in Vegas, only at the Link.
Hey Vegas! Celebrate every day in style at the Composer's Room. From live music to comedy shows, we've got entertainment that'll give you that Las Vegas vibe. Our tavern serves the best drinks in Vegas. Whether you're a cocktail connoisseur or a beer buff, our bartenders got you covered. And let's not forget about the food. Our culinary delights are sure to tantalize your taste buds. Come for the entertainment and stay for the food. Reserve your visit to the Composer's Room today and start celebrating Las Vegas our way.
Well, I hope you stay tuned for my next episode of The Diva and the Astronaut on the great Hey Vegas TV. I'm looking forward to seeing you, and I hope you're looking forward to seeing me.